As a fitness coach, my first one is probably going to be ice cream. And I'm not saying that I never have ice cream, but I just definitely don't buy it for the apartment regularly because if it's there, I'm going to eat it all. And I think that's pretty much true for the vast majority of us. So instead of I have a craving, I'll eat the ice cream I have in the freezer, I use it as kind of like an actual treat, kind of like an outing. Like I'll go to one of the favorite local ice cream shops every now and then, get a scoop, and really enjoy it with a friend, but not feel the need to get a whole gallon or carton and bring it home and have it whenever I'm feeling like it or feeling like I want a little something sweet throughout the day. Which, if you're new here, my name is Baldwin. I have my bachelor's and master's in the field, and I've coached people on how to lose fat sustainably for over 10 years now. And I make these videos because there are a lot of unhealthy people in America, and I don't want you to be one of them. So let's get into it. I would say the second one is maybe a little bit difficult for me to break the habit of bringing home because I really loved them when I was competing, and that is chips and hummus or salsa. I used to always have these in the house when I was in college and competing and in New York even. And the big reason is it's just so easy to munch on these when you're not even hungry. There's zero satiety factor with chips because they're pretty much just pure carbs, which means there's no protein and we just mindlessly eat more and more, which is great if you're trying to gain weight, gain strength, and compete, but not so much for weight loss. And again, I'm not saying I never have chips anymore, but if I do have them, it's going to be like while I'm at a restaurant, treating it more like a treat and not having unlimited access to it at home. Third thing I would say that I wouldn't really buy if I was trying to lose weight is bread. And this has been such a huge one for me, particularly. I've been getting rid of bloating, and so many people are very sensitive to gluten as it is. And I don't have specific tests to prove this, but I believe that there is probably some level of gluten sensitivity for me because after I do eat it, I'm bloated for the next day or two. And also for weight loss, it's too easy to have it as a mindless snack. For example, making some toast with a little bit of peanut butter on it, which would help kind of fill me up from a real snack that I was supposed to eat and make it so that I wasn't getting enough protein at each of my actual meals. It was really holding me back from achieving my goals, I guess, but also making me a lot more bloated in the process. I would say the next thing that I never really buy anymore that I know is going to make a lot of people kind of angry, especially in New York, is kombucha. I used to love kombucha. I feel like, when I was in New York, Whole Foods kind of made it popular in New York and every trainer was buying it. I was drinking it daily, typically about one, maybe half a bottle a day. And the issue is you're basically drinking soda with a lot of added sugar, and you can have it occasionally, but if you love it like I do, it's hard to not just drink the whole bottle if it's in your house. So I just kind of cut that out when I was trying to lose weight. Next thing that I'm really never going to buy if I'm trying to lose weight is real pasta. I think too many people don't know how much they're actually eating when they cook real pasta, and it's way too easy to get 700-800 calories, which can put a dent in your progress if you do it regularly. For fat loss, I'm typically always using zucchini alternative or spaghetti squash because if you do it right, you really can't even tell the difference anyway. It's amazing. If you guys haven't tried zucchini pasta, message me on how to cook it. It really is incredible. You can't tell the difference, and you're not really eating any calories with it. Next thing that I just never buy anymore is coffee creamer. Now, this doesn't apply to everyone, but for a lot of people that get into coffee and start to use it as creamer, they use a little bit more creamer every so often until eventually half of their mug is creamer. I get it, it makes the coffee taste better, but rarely do people realize how much they're putting in, and this can easily lead to you consuming an extra 500 calories in the morning. A great alternative that I think would be good is oat or almond milk. Way less calories, still tastes about the same. Last thing I'm just never going to buy anymore if I'm trying to lose weight, fruit juices. You may have heard me say this before, but there's nothing inherently wrong with fruit juices, but the big problem is that they generally have added sugar, no fiber, or a combination of both. And if you eat half a pound of strawberries, you won't consume many calories at all, but you'll feel really satiated because they're packed with fiber. On the flip side, drinking a glass of fruit juice will have you easily at 30-40 grams of sugar, and you're not going to feel full at all. So for weight loss purposes, I'd much rather eat my fruit and just not buy hardly any fruit juices because, again, love fruit juices. If you give me, a small half gallon of anything, I'll think in my mind it's going to last a week, but I'll sip on it here and there and it lasts 2, maybe 3 days, and you're just packing on the calories. So those are my top 7 things that I wouldn't buy if I was trying to lose weight. Hope it helps, and if you have any other questions, leave a comment below.